GT, big GT, go that way, go that way. Go that way. I'm just going soft on it. It's fairly decent GT. Oh, the adrenaline has just kicked in. Just chucked a really small lure on light gear. By that I mean fishing 40-pound braid and 50-pound leaders. A fairly decent fish close to the reef's come and eaten it, which means I've got my work cut out. What Jason's trying to do now is stay right on top of this fish. And what it's going to try and do, it's feeling pressure, so it's going to try and run down to the reef. Go that way, Jace. Try and stay on top of it. There's a bit of stuff down there. I can see him down there. There we go. The giant trevally. The bully boy.
Good one.
Bully boy of the reef. Oh, yes. And I like gear. Everyone you win satisfying. I have joined the guided fishing company Nomad Sportfishing in the Great Barrier Reef, and I'm sharing this trip with two anglers that have won their spot through entering a competition with the Nomad franchise. Being that Nick and Tyson represent our younger breed of angler and love a competition, I thought, why not put them both to the test? Nick works as an electrician in Brisbane, while Tyson operates heavy machinery in far north Queensland. Both the boys have come fully equipped, and after half an hour spent packing the boat, it's time to hit the water. Today I'm fishing with prize winners Nick and Tyson, who represent the new generation of sport fishers, while I represent a slightly older generation of angler. And being that I'm a bit competitive, I want to see how the young blokes go. So here's how today's going to work. Nomad Sportfishing have loaned us guide Jason and his boat for the day. I'm going to loan you a pair of polarised fishing eyewear because we're going to be fishing a lot of shallows for the day. Now, if you two combined can catch more species of fish than the old bloke can today, you can keep them. Sound like a deal?
Yeah, go on, mate.
All right, Jason will be the guide. Let the games begin.
Absolutely. Deadly.
The skill is going to be put to the test today because we have southeasters pumping about 20 to 25 knots. It's a reason we're going to be doing a lot of fishing in the shallows, hiding from this horrible weather. So we'll see how the young blokes go in this. I quickly worked out that the boys could cast well and knew how to retrieve a lure, which meant it was time for me to start concentrating and fish well. No! Young bloke's got to cast him before me. This is not good. I haven't put a cast out yet, Tyson. He's a big one too. Woo! Number one for the young blokes. It is one of the most pretty trevally on the reef to start with as well. Cracking bluefin, mate.
Yeah,
How good's that? I haven't cracked a cast yet. Sneaky blokes up the back corner. One to the boys, I'll let this go and I might go make a cast myself. Thanks. See you later. The splash of Nige being 1-0 down. The boys had come ready to fish hard, which was a good thing considering how tough the wind was making our fishing conditions. With the bait and birds in the area, you just knew the predators weren't far away. Nick's just been bitten off by a mackerel. That's terribly bad luck, mate. I feel a little bit gutted. Not really.
Maybe a little bit.
Go hard, you're gonna have to go, you're gonna have to go, you're gonna have to go. Just giving it to you, hurry up. Yes, another bluefin. It's a good one. Love when people remind you about the scores. You're off the mark. My only upside is it's the same species your mate caught, so it's still 1-0.
It's still one more species than you have, so.
It is, thank you for reminding me. It is, and I'll hold your fish up for you and be very careful because, like a lot of the trevally species, they've got a wicked line of scoots across here, super sharp. Should be wearing gloves. I'm holding it right at the end of the tail. And that is a couple of fish for the boys, none for me.
Nice little bluefin first up for the morning. Happy with that. Bent the rod, so on to the next species now.
Yes. What is it? We've got the reef. Little cod. It'll do.
Pulling it in sideways.
The species. Oh.
Does it matter how you hook them?
No.
No.
What
Good.
is it? It's a little trout.
Little trout.
They're playing dirty today, Jason. Look how they're choosing to catch them. A win is a win in my books. That is a species. And I'm snagged. Good on you. It's a big trout. Go hard, Tyson. Oh, the GT's on him. Oh. No! There's GT's on it. It was wrasse. That's crazy stuff to have all that expansive flats to fish. A little trout comes up and suddenly there's mayhem. There's GT's trying to eat stuff. And the good news for me is it got off. What's going on, Nick?
Getting towed around.
Yeah.
No such thing.
What is it? There's your GT. Nice. I was just coming to help you land it. You've done all the hard work. And
That's fishing.
yes, the good news is I was tying a knot, so if I'd lost that, I'd have been very unhappy. I can sympathise with you just a little bit, except I'm below you on the scoreboard, so I'll get over it pretty quickly.
It's a nice fish, that one too. I'm gutted. It's a nice fish there, and it's a lot of casts this morning on a good area for very little luck, so it's good to get a bite. Shame not to get it in, but we'll keep casting, keep fishing, and try to get him again.
This wind is absolutely pumping at the moment. And the boys are keeping me in the game, which is good. There's an old fella been kept in the hunt, boys, thanks. Keep the work up, all right? That's all silent. And I've got a guide tying my knot for me. How good's this? Got bass all over mine here. Oh, come on, there was two of them. Why would you need it? A bit of hook in it. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm in all sorts. So much trouble right now.
I think you got him.
Yeah, I'm in lots of trouble. No, it's a GT over it. Oh, it's gonna head over reef here. 40 pound. Oh. No! I think I pulled it. No, it did me. No! It was all amusing when I was sitting back laughing at the boys losing them. Now it hurts just a little bit more.
That was a good fish.
Bit of justice, maybe? I don't know, he was pretty chirpy before when it was me losing it, so I reckon we'll have to stick it to him about that one until he makes up for it. Rub it in a bit.
The silent assassin up the front. What have you got?
Oh, the bass.
A red bass. Oh yeah, it is a good one. You want me to help?
You want to net it?
You net it? Yeah, I'll net it for you. Good job. Look at you go up the front. Young blokes are doing it right up the front.
Just had to upgrade that other one. It was a bit embarrassing to size that one.
Yeah, that's fair enough too. Beautiful red bass. I think it's 3-0.
It is, yeah. 3-0 now.
Your mate was up the back before while I was tying leaders singing an old classic called Slipping Away From Me, and it was directed my way, which wasn't very nice, but fair enough. You're quietly slaying him up the front, and these fish are such cool predators of the reef. Big legenids, found throughout the Indo-Pacific region. They get big, and they fight hard.
They do.
And most importantly, it's another number for you.
That's it.
I'm going to let it go and quickly get a lure in the water.
Not a bad idea.
And I will let that one go and get in the water. Try and make some amends. Using an assortment of lures today. I'm going to be casting, retrieving and jigging as the day goes on. At the moment we're in the shallows, fishing what we call the shallow flats of the barrier reef in 1 to 5 metres of water. And the idea at the moment is to make our lures look like an injured bait fish that the predators around here will tune into. So slowly sinking stick baits is the order of the day. Cast them along with the wind, slowly twitch them back to the boat. And that should be getting the job done. You're gonna have to go really hard here. It's a solid one. It's a big one. Go hard, dude, go. It's a big trout. Big trout. You're gonna have to charge it at Jace. He's got a lot of work to do. He's got a lot of work. Just get straight on top of it if you can.
He's in the...
Work hard. Work hard. Oh, trouble. It's in the reef, it's in the reef, it's in the reef, it's in the reef. Just go a bit lighter, just go a little bit lighter. Yeah, give him a bit of slack, he might come out. Bit of slack. Free spool, free spool, free spool, free spool, free spool. There you go, he's almost ready to come out. Just relax on him, Nick. That's that big trout. Who's going in? This is the time where sometimes someone has to swim in and coax it out. This is a little trout hole we found. Good work, Tyson. While we're all watching what's going on, you just dropped it in there and caught another one. And that is one of the coolest looking coral trout you'll find on the reef. There's different varieties of trout. And this, the passion fruit, one of the most gorgeous looking animals on the reef. Check out those blue spots. The coral trout belongs to a family that includes the gropers and our coral cods. And a distinctive part about them is they've got several rows of teeth. So once something goes in there, it's not coming out. What's about to happen now is we think it's a big coral trout swum into a hole, and we can still feel it on the line. So we've got a very dedicated guide today because it's not that warm. He's going to swim down, try and coax this fella to come back out. And what's really impressive is he's the kind of guy that doesn't like getting wet. His nickname on the boat is Sugar Man because everyone's afraid that he might dissolve if he gets wet. We'll see how Sugar Man goes pulling a trout out of a hole. Good luck, Sugar Man. Sugar Man got down there and came face to face with about a 10-kilo trout. And there's one thing that happens when you come face to face with a trout in the hole, they don't like it, and it powered through the other side and broke the leader, which is a shame we didn't get to see it. It's good for me though, because the boys are just keeping me in the game. Trouble, trouble. Yeah, he's in there. Straight in too. He didn't muck around. Try and get over the top of this fish and we might be able to rip him out. I'm just keeping tension on him. It's good, you just dried off and you haven't dissolved yet. You might be going back in. So I really need one on the board right now. I think I'm gonna have to do this.
Tough one.
No. So I think 4 species to the boys and I'm still yet to make the scoreboard. Getting a little bit frustrated on the big ocean at the moment. I have something. Yeah, little tuna or something, is it? Ah, little Maggie. Ah, little Trev. Nice. Well done, Jason. Spotted a pack of birds working some bait. And we've used the wind to our advantage and pulled up another one of our Trev species. And mate, it's not that spectacular, but I'm happy because a little monkey has just jumped off my back. Now we can get this scoreboard rolling. Get him up. Get him up. Yes. Spot on with the bass. Oh yes. Suddenly the scoreboard is starting to move. I think that might make it 4 species to 2. A little bit of fight in the old bloke yet. You go, Tyson.
Mackie.
Oh, nice. Oh, you got a little sharky. Shark mackerel. Bad news for me is there's another species. There's a little quiet achiever up in the back corner, are you? Whip her in. Yeah, mate. Flick her in. Yeah, good job. And there you go, and you managed to not get bitten off.
Yeah.
Bit of ability there. Finding a few fish in this open water now. It's starting to get a little bit chaotic, which is good. GT, big GT, go that way, go that way. Go that way. I'm just going soft on it. It's a big, fairly decent GT. I don't think it's really woken up yet. Yeah, we're in a bit of trouble. Oh, the adrenaline has just kicked in. Just chucked a really small lure on light gear. By that I mean fishing 40-pound braid and 50-pound leaders. A fairly decent fish close to the reef's come and eaten it, which means I've got my work cut out. What Jason's trying to do now is stay right on top of this fish. And what it's going to try and do, it's feeling pressure, so it's going to try and run down to the reef. Go that way, Jace. Try and stay on top of it. There's a bit of stuff down there. This is one benefit of having colourful braided line, which we're all using today. It just lets the guide see where the line is around the boat, which gives him an idea of where the fish is running to and where he needs to position the boat. I can see him down there. Yeah, I got colour.
Good fish.
There we go. The giant trevally, the bully boy.
Good one.
Bully boy of the reef. Oh, yes. One of the brutes of the reef. The GT and a light gear, everyone you win satisfying. I was now within striking distance of the boys, but if they caught a couple more, I was in a lot of trouble. Look at the bait in the background. Yep. Yes! Go hard, go hard. Oh, what is it? Good fish. Get it in there, Tyson, there's a heap of them.
God.
Just keep going, keep going. There's bait everywhere, and there's fish here too.
Yep, that's it, brother.
Yes! Woo! Oh. Battle stations. You right, dude? Oh, I think you can thank your mate for that. I reckon he made it angry and you cashed in. Oh wow, it's a big fish, man. Big Spaniard. It's a big Spaniard.
Spanish.
Yeah, it's a big Spanish.
Oh, good one.
Oh yeah.
I'll tail it, mate. Yeah, nice, mate. Go that way. Oh, well done, dude.
What a ripper.
Check out that. And it white-watered the joint. Don't these things hunt fast? Look at that little lure.
Yeah.
This is exactly what he's feeding on at the moment. They come through here and very often explode into the air as they disarm bait, and very often come back to eat them. And so often while you hook them on, that middle hook, the belly hook, he's just gone straight for the middle of that. Thought he was getting lunch, mate, but he got the other end of you.
Yeah.
And that's another species.
Yeah, for sure.
6'3". Ready? Oh.
Oh no, another species.
What are you doing to me, Jason? Black spot cod. Species are racking up for the boys and I am on the wrong end of it. Have a look at that for a serious set of teeth. Typical of the cods, rows of teeth. They actually point backwards, so once it's in there, no food's getting out of that. Well done, mate.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Another one down.
Yeah,
Cheers,
thank
mate.
you very much.
Yeah. Cheers for the sunny.
There. Trouble.
Right about there.
Good call. Skipper said, fish mid-water, jig it up. Done. Fish on, check. Oh, you smashed that. Did you like that one, Nick?
Very good. It's good hit.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
Awesome hit.
Jace has called it a potential trevally species. Oh, I'm keen to see what it is, but smoked that jig. Change tack now, come from the shallows to dropping soft plastics and metal jigs down to the reef and hopping them around to see what we can find. And I really need a few species on the board because the boys are getting further and further away. You're right, am I going to come around? Oh, coming around. Oh, gee. Oh, it's giving me some. Here it is.
What colour?
What is it? Might be a big trout. I think it's a big trout. Come off the bottom to eat it.
It's huge.
Oh my goodness.
Nice, that's a ripper.
Yes.
That's a coral trout. It's a
Dinosaur
junk.
trout.
Look at the wrist on the tail of that thing. Oh, thanks, mate. What a chunk of a coral trout. It shows you how aggressive they are. I jigged that way up off the bottom, and I've obviously just got his interest on those first few hops near the bottom, and as it's run away, it's too much for him. He's thought, that's dinner and I want it. And here's crash tackle it. Any trout you get up like that on the lighter gear, it's definitely a good win. There's fish there.
Yeah, look at yours, Nige. Oh,
I know.
Oh, what do we got here? Double hookup.
That one fish eating both.
Trout. Well, that doesn't go into the account, boys.
Trout. Trouting up. That was the last drop of the day. At this point, I have to admit defeat. And I have to admit that the future of our young generation of fishers coming through is looking pretty bright. Maybe a few skills for the old fella to brush up on. Boys, you get to keep the glasses. I'm happy just to keep my pants after the way I started today. And I reckon on that note, we've got dinner sorted out. Jace can maybe push us back towards the mothership because this weather's not getting any better.
Right.
And we can talk about what could have been if Nige had fished just a little bit better. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us.
No worries.
Thanks for showing us around.
And we'll see you on the water somewhere else.
Absolutely.
Better luck next time.
Fishing the shallow waters of the Great Barrier Reef has got to be some of the most exciting fishing on the planet. You can tangle with a new species every cast, and each battle is an adrenaline-filled affair. Hats off to the boys, they got me on this one, but there's always next time.